Welcome back to the Beetlejuice My GM Mode series. It's been a while, but we are back. We have more episodes ready to go. We just have to get it up and going, and I don't know how long this series is going to go, because we have to, get to the Hall of Fame, but it feels like it's going to take forever. I don't know. Let's get right into the recap. We have our World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest, with a 3-4 record, one-time World Heavyweight Champion. We have our Women's World Heavyweight Champion, Alexa Bliss, the Goddess, with a 24-15 record, 5-time Women's World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time Tag Team Champion, 3-time MVP. She's done so much. We have our United States Champion, Hulk Hogan. He just refuses to put over young talent, refuses to drop that title. 7-6 record, 3-time United States Champion, 1-time MVP. Is that the most someone's held the U.S. title? I don't know. 4th of July did just happen yesterday or whatever, so there is that. We have one half of our Raw Tag Team Champions, the Viper, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. And it's funny how I question if Hogan had the most United States Champion reigns, and you just see Randy right there. He's done so much too. 24-23 record, 3-time World Heavyweight Champion, 5-time United States Champion. That has to be the most. There's no way anyone has higher than that. 2-time Tag Team Champion, 2-time MVP. We have the other half of our Raw Tag Team Champions, Superstar Billy Graham, with a 4-4 record, 1-time World Heavyweight Champion, 1-time United States Champion, 1-time Tag Team Champion, 1-time MVP. He's done it all. We have one half of our Women's Tag Team Champions, Blair Davenport, with a 12-14 record. She's close to 500. Can she get to 500 this episode, or even get above 500? 1-time World Heavyweight Champion, 1-time Tag Team Champion, 1-time MVP. We have the other half of our Tag Team Champions with Cora Jade, 3-5 record, 1-time Tag Team Champion. Her and Roxanne were struggling. Cora Jade slowly rising up. Roxanne's continue to sink. We have Carl Anderson with a 25-19 record, 1-time World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time United States Champion, 3-time Tag Team Champion. That's right, 1, 2, 3, and 1-time MVP. That's right, we have Chelsea Green, and it's been a while. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. Chelsea Green! That wasn't even a good one, to be honest. I didn't put that much effort into it. I'm sorry. 23-17 record. 2-time Women's Tag Team Champion. I could have tried to stretch it out. I don't know why. But you know what? It's okay. It's a different Chelsea Green every single time. We have Gigi Dolan with a 5-4 record. 1-time Tag Team Champion. We have Luke Gallows, 4-4 record. 1-time Tag Team Champion. We have our Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, and he has done history in this GM Mode series. 19-30 record, first wrestler to hit the big 30. It is losses, though, so it's not the best thing to be proud of. 4-time World Heavyweight Champion, 3-time United States Champion, 1-time Tag Team Champion, and 3-time MVP. We have R-Truth, or Ron Killings, what's up, whatever you want to call him. 2-6 record, 1-time United States Champion. We have Tyler Bate with a 2-16 record, 1-time United States Champion. That is bad. 1-8 record overall. That's crazy. We have Robert Roode with a 2-3 record. It's not glorious, but it could be. We have Booker T with a 2-4 record, and if he gets one more loss and it stays there, it'll be 5 losses. But right now it's 4 losses. Maybe he gets 3 wins and he gets 5 wins. 5 wins. We have Grayson Waller with a 2-5 record. He's been given the Grayson Waller rub, the Grayson Waller effect, whatever it's called. He hasn't had the best season. We have Roxanne Perez. Some call her the prodigy, but she does not look like a prodigy in GM mode with a 1-11 record. It's really bad. It's time for the Beetlejuice Slapnuts MVP award winners from the last episode, and the male Slapnuts MVP award winner is Damian Priest. He is your MVP from last episode, won the world title. He had the most impressive outing.
You know where I'm from. You know my story.
And the female Slapnuts MVP award winner is Blair Davenport. She wins her second one. She had a pretty good episode last episode.
Everything I've ever wanted. I've made my family proud.
We start off Raw with Hulk Hogan defending the U.S. title against Grayson Waller and Booker T. And Booker T has won the U.S. title, dethroning Hulk Hogan.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
Booker T and Grayson Waller continue their rivalry. Damian Priest, our world champ, cutting a self-promo. Carl Anderson versus Tyler Bate versus Robert Roode. And Robert Roode, the glorious one, picks up the win, continues his rivalry with Tyler Bate. R-Truth doing some advertising. Chelsea Green one-on-one versus Gigi Dolan. And Chelsea Green picks up the win against Gigi, continuing their rivalry. Mediocre match. Luke Gallows doing the advertise. We need that money. Alexa Bliss defends the world title against Blair, Roxanne, and Cora Jade. Alexa Bliss defends her title successfully in the main event. We have Dakota Kai defending her women's title against Nikita Lyons in a last women's standing match to start off SmackDown. Nikita is your new women's champion. Chester doing a self-promo. We have Dexter Lumis versus Baron Corbin one-on-one. Those staminas are really low. Dexter Lumis picks up the win, starts a rivalry. Wolfgang calling out Chase. Then we have Indy Hartwell versus Bayley one-on-one. I believe they were former tag team partners. Indy picks up the win. Then we have George the Animal Steel doing a self-promo. Razor Ramon versus Kurt Angle in an Iron Man match, but Kurt Angle cannot be stopped. Tag team title match start off NXT. Diesel and Dirty Dom defend against Santos and Jackson Smith. Diesel and Dirty Dom retain, starting a rivalry though. We have Ignition calling out Isla Dawn. Natalya versus Vicky McLeod one-on-one. Natalya picks up the win in a mediocre match. Rivalry grows to 2. Tiffany Stratton doing some charity. Tag team action again. Sinks and Nicholas Mann versus Creed and Josh Briggs. And Creed and Josh Briggs picks up the win. Isla Dawn doing a promo after being called out. Main event, Undertaker defends the North American title in a tables match against Clay Courtman. And The Undertaker retains. He is still your champion, but he gets injured. And NXT is still on top just from that one trophy.
Think it's funny.
Right.
It's not fucking funny.
We have Roxanne's contract running up. She wants another 5 weeks, which we're almost towards the end of the season. We're going to try to bring her back. We try to bring back all our wrestlers, but the question is, do we bring her back at what she wants, which is $64K, which we have the money, or do we try to, get a discount? We even consider just signing her for the rest of the season, $30K extra. At this point, it's like, what do you do, It's saving money, and you know what? We just sign her for the whole season, because why not? And then we have Gigi. She's upset with the losing streak, which isn't our fault. We have Blair. She's happy that we're a boss that keeps our word, which Gigi's upset. Blair's happy. It's very just lopsided. Booker T and Grayson Waller continue their rivalry in the United States Championship match as Booker T retains against Grayson Waller. We have Robert Roode doing some advertising after we signed Roxanne for all that money. Fatal 4-way, no title on the line. Alexa versus Cora versus Chelsea versus Gigi. Doesn't matter. Alexa still wins. Disappointing match. Continue both rivalries. Those are Truth doing advertising. Damian Priest versus Carl Anderson one-on-one. We have Carl Anderson picking up the win. Mediocre match. Starts a rivalry. Tyler Bates is going to do some advertising. We're trying to get back our money. We have a lot of wrestlers. Their pop are going down. Their stamina's going down. We have Hogan versus Roman Reigns, 2 of our bigger stars. Hulk Hogan picks up the win because he doesn't put over young talent. Bayley and Indy Hartwell open up SmackDown this time after they fought last. Wow, 100 pop. That is crazy. That stamina is low. Bayley picks up the win this time. Rivalry started. Okay. Wolfgang calls out Andre Chase yet again. Rivalry grows. Akira Tozawa going one-on-one with Captain Grog. And Akira Tozawa wins in a disappointing match. Razor Ramon doing charity after losing to Kurt Angle. Nikita versus Dakota one-on-one. No title on the line. Didn't realize Nikita's a double champion. Her stamina is really low at 21. Good match. Rivalry started. Chester doing some charity. We have Drew Gulak versus Ridge Holland for the Intercontinental title. And Drew Gulak is your new Intercontinental champion. Rivalry grows. On to NXT, we have Cameron Grimes versus JD McDonough in Extreme Rules to open it up. JD McDonough picks up the win, injures Cameron Grimes in a good match. Natalya doing a self-promo. And then we have Dominic versus Jackson Smooth. I said Smith. I don't know why I said Smith. But Dominic picks up the win in a disappointing match, which, revenge for... Actually, no, he beat him twice in a row. Vicky doing a self-promo. Clay Corbin versus Santos. Santos picks up the win against Clay. Mediocre match, though. Ignition calling out Isla Dawn 2 weeks in a row. Briggs and Creed versus Six and Nicholas Mann yet again. And same result. Creed and Briggs pick up the win. And NXT is still leading.
He ain't got no Mac for me.
We have some contracts running out as Tyler Bate lets us know his contract is running out. And like I said, we try to bring back our wrestlers. We're not going to offer him the whole season like we did Roxanne. We try to take a discount. He's upset. Robert Roode, his contract running up again. I don't know why. Just decided, let's try to be cheap. Go for discounts instead of giving them the full deal like we did Roxanne. Went for a discount on Robert and Tyler. They're both upset. Billy Graham's contract, we use a contract extension on him just to save some money. And then we have R-Truth. His contract's running up. I don't know. I'm being greedy with money. I'm offering discounts. Wrestlers are upset. Talk about upset. Grayson Waller's upset he's losing to Booker T. Not my fault. Roman psyched about the pay-per-view. We're going to use To the Moon. We're going to boost up Luke Gallows, because why not? Fatal 4-way to open it up. No title on the line. Chelsea versus Rhea versus Alexa versus Corey. Or Cora, not Corey. Chelsea Green picks up the win. Booker T doing some advertising, trying to get back the money we lost spending on contracts. Randy versus Luke Gallows after we put him to the moon. Randy beats him in a backstage brawl. Blair Davenport doing some advertising, like I said, trying to get money. Fatal 4-way, Robert Roode, Tyler Bate, R-Truth, and Grayson Waller. Robert Roode picks up the win. We're doing a lot of multi-man and women matches to try to bring up pop. Hulk Hogan doing some advertising, get us some money. I'm doing my best to raise these wrestlers' pops up. Damian Priest versus Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson beats the champ 1-on-1. SmackDown has Dakota versus Nikita open it up. No title on the line. This time Dakota picks up the win. Ooh, and injures Nikita. That is not good if you want your title back. Captain Grog doing some training. Then we have a SmackDown Tag Team title. Titles are vacant, but we have Chester and Kit Wilson versus Shawn Michaels and Tozawa. And damn, Tozawa, you a sexy boy. That's their tag team name. Fallon Henley doing a self-promo. It's such a weird thing to say. Indy Hartwell versus Bayley for the third week in a row. At 100. How is her stamina at 34? Wasn't it lower? Bayley picks up the win, though. Wolfgang calls out Andre Chase for the third time this episode. Drew Gulak versus Rich Holland. No title on the line. Main event again. Rich Holland picks up the win this time. NXT opens up with Natalya versus Vicky versus Maxine Dupree in a triple threat match. Natalya picks up the win. Rivalry grows. Good match. Ignition calls out Isla Dawn yet again. This is the third time in a row. Jackson Smooth versus Dominic Mysterio. Rematch from last week. Jackson Smooth picks up the win. Rivalry goes to 1. Or starts, actually. Disappointing match, though. Tiffany doing a self-promo. Chester versus Clay Cortman for the second time, I believe. I could be wrong. Santos picks up the win, though. Okay match. Isla Dawn doing a self-promo. NXT just repeating the same stuff. Yet another tag team match between Six, Nicholas Mann, Brutus Creed, Josh Briggs. And Six and Nicholas Mann finally pick up the win. Rivalry grows to 4. We get a trophy. You know what that means. We're finally in first place yet again.
Love that shit.
We have Triple H letting us know power cards are more expensive. William Regal, telling us he's going to be the winner at the end. R-Truth excited to wrestle in Charlotte. Speaking of exciting, Tyler Bate is not excited. He's upset on Raw. We should have gave him the normal contract thing that he wanted. He's upset now, though. We have Randy Orton and Billy Graham defend the tag titles versus R-Truth and Booker T. What would their tag team be? The Legendary Superstars? That sounds pretty good. They retain their titles, though. Grayson Waller doing a self-promo. We have Alexa Bliss defending the world title versus Cora Jade. Alexa Bliss retains. An okay match. Rivalry grows to 4. Robert Roode doing a self-promo. Fatal 4-way. Chelsea versus Rhea versus Roxanne versus Blair. Rhea picks up the win because Mommy's always on top. Mediocre match. Tyler Bate doing a self-promo. Trying to help them boost their pop-up. Hulk Hogan, Roman Reigns 1-on-1. Hulk Hogan wins like always. He just won't lose. On to SmackDown. We have Dexter Lumis versus Baron Corbin 1-on-1. Baron Corbin picks up the win. Grows the rivalry. Captain Grog calling out Ivar. Tag team action. We have MVP and Kit Wilson versus Rich Holland and Akira Tozawa. Ridge and Akira went. What happened to Tozawa and Shawn Michaels? Whatever. Fallon Henley does a self-promo. There's Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels versus Wolfgang. Why? After all the weeks of calling out Andre Chase, Wolfgang wrestles Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels wins. What is SmackDown doing? Chester does a self-promo. We have Bayley versus Indy Hartwell in an Extreme Rules match. In the main event, Bayley picks up the win. Tiffany defends the NXT title against Maxine in the opening match of NXT, and Tiffany retains. Okay match. She was never that good for us. Vicky does a self-promo. Well, she was a champion for us at the start. Isla Dawn versus Ignition, finally. Isla Dawn picks up the win. Okay match. Maybe we have to do call-outs more. Jackson Smooth calls out Dominic. We have Clay Cortman versus Santos submission match. You know, it would make more sense to do call-outs. Santos picks up the win. Good match. Then we have Natalya doing a self-promo, because then my wrestlers could rest. We could build up other rivalries. Brutus Creed and Josh Briggs versus Six and Nicholas Mann yet again. Creed and Brutus pick up the win. Amazing match to end NXT, and we're still on top.
Hell yeah.
William Regal uses the bad publicity. He's going to steal 10% of our fans. That's right before the PLE. Limited stock as well, so double for the price or the power cards. Grayson Waller's contract is running out. we're gonna give him exactly what he wants instead of like making him upset like we did everyone else because we're just done with being stupid. Triple H tells us the power cards are higher. Booker T's excited to wrestle in his hometown. And we have Robert Roode wanting to team up with Damian Priest. That's interesting. We're going to tell him, sure, why not? And then we're going to attack William Regal with the Veto Star. Booker T defends the U.S. title versus Grayson Waller to open up Survivor Series. He defends it successfully. Amazing match. Chelsea Green doing a self-promo. Robert Roode versus Tyler Bate, one-on-one. Robert Roode picks up the win, completes the rivalry. Great match. Roxanne does a self-promo. Alexa Bliss versus Cora Jade for the women's title. Cora Jade picks up the win. She's your new women's champion, completes the rivalry, injures Alexa. She's a double champ now. See, I think we have to do call-outs to rest our wrestlers up. Billy Graham does a self-promo. Damian Priest versus Carl Anderson, one-on-one for the title. Damian Priest retains. Good match, continues their rivalry. Rhea Ripley doing a self-promo. Hulk Hogan versus Roman Reigns to end it in the main event, and Hulk Hogan obviously goes over. SmackDown has Baron Corbin versus Dexter Lumis Iron Man match. Eric runs in. Baron Corbin picks up the win. Andy gets injured. Bayley calls out Andy. I'm surprised they didn't get a match after all those matches. Dakota versus Fallon Henley, one-on-one. Dakota Kai picks up the win. Mediocre match. Captain Graw calls out Ivar. SmackDown's card is so confusing. MVP Kit Wilson versus Akira Tozawa and Ridge Holland. Where is Shawn Michaels? I see him. He's up next. And they start a rivalry. Why? Akira and Ridge won. Michaels versus Chester. Michaels picks up the win, one-on-one. Mediocre match. We finally get Andre Chase versus Wolfgang after all those call-outs. Iron Man match, and Wolfgang picks up the win, completes the rivalry. NXT has Diesel and Dom versus Santos and Jackson Smooth for the titles. Steel cage match. Diesel and Dom retain, and the rivalry. Then we have Clay Courtman calling out Six. So weird what they do. Undertaker versus JD McDonough for the North American title. Undertaker picks up the win in a good match. Then we have Tiffany Stratton calling out Maxine after she beat her. Vicky versus Natalya versus Maxine. Backstage brawl. Natalya picks up the win. Rivalry completed. And then we have Cameron Grimes doing some charity. Isla Dawn versus Ignition. Backstage brawl. We're finally getting some action after all those call outs. Isla Dawn picks up the win. Completes the rivalry. Classic match. Six and Nicholas Mann versus Brutus Creed and Josh Briggs. Steel cage match to end the rivalry. They pick it up. And NXT passes because they stole 10% of our fans from the show. It's so unfortunate.
You don't have time for this shit.
SmackDown offers us Chester and Andre Chase for Tyler Bate and R-Truth and $15,000. Such a weird trade. I would consider it if it was just Tyler Bate, but I'm not giving up R-Truth. I love me R-Truth. Then they try again. And once again, more money, I don't care. You're not getting R-Truth. He is my guy. Then NXT goes and offers Vicky and JD for Tyler Bate and Robert Roode, and they want us to give them money. Why would I do that deal? The answer is no, NXT. It's just don't offer us dumb things. Then we have superstar Billy Graham. He wants us to give him a match against Tyler Bate. You got it, superstar. Robert Roode wants to do the dirty, help him win a match, having Beetlejuice interfere. You got it, my glorious king. Such a weird thing to say. It's the end of the episode. I hope you all enjoyed. It's been a while since I uploaded, but we're here. And then we got our shake-up cards, and it's interesting. I was considering starting from the bottom because a lot of wrestlers' popularity would go up, but then it's like you looking at it like what, everyone above 65. I don't know who's above 65. I feel like a lot of wrestlers would go below more than the 7, so we just go with the all promo thing.